So what's in my therapy bag? I would argue that what's in your therapy bag doesn't really matter. Getting your child engaged and working on goals does. Some kids, this may be working in the block area and playing with friends and getting them to exchange words with each other and take turns and share and build something cooperatively. Other kids, it may be more flashcard based or interest based, trying to work on specific skills, specific vocabulary. And even more kids, it could be just in general working on their language during the classroom day, during at home, during the day, getting them to use their words, to ask for things around the house. But yes, I do have a therapy bag, and it has a variety of activities in it to work on a variety of skills in a specific way. What I try to avoid is the therapy room door phenomenon. That's when the kid comes into my office, does amazing for half an hour, we leave the office, and all those skills just disappear. So it's important to get a balance between in and out, between spontaneous speech and practice speech, and build them together so that the child's successful outside the room. I've seen the therapy room phenomenon. It is real. So I'm going to share, just for this week, what is in my monsters and ghouls kind of therapy bag. I'm just going to roll with what I'm using this week. Next week I have a 2-week theme. First up for me is books. I always use a book in therapy. So this is The Big Pumpkin, and then I'm also using Where's My Mummy? And when I use the book, I love to read the book, talk about the book, and then I love to act the book out. I'm not an artist by any means, but what I do is I draw out the characters that are in the story, and I make parts to go with it. In this big pumpkin, they're trying to get a big pumpkin off a vine, but it's stuck. And a variety of them then have to find out they can't do it by themselves, but if they work together, they can do it. Oops, my ghostie's upside down. So all the little characters, as we read the book, we can act it out with my younger kids. My older kids, I might wait and pull out these parts at the end, and then we can work on retelling the story, monster vocabulary, different size vocabulary, a variety of skills, all in one book. The other book I'll be using will be Where's My Mummy? And this one, Mummy loses his mummy, of course, playing a game of hide and seek. So the same exact sort of concept. I have all the parts to it. This one has scenes, so it's great to practice where questions. And I love Velcro, and I love poster tacky. So these are all on here with poster tacky, and this character can move through each and every scene in the story. He can talk about who he meets where. And once again, I just drew these and colored them in, laminated them so I could use them year after year. So those would be my stories, and stories are amazing to work with. For each kid, I work on a different goal in the story. Some of them may be WH questions, some may be retelling the story, some might be vocabulary, and often it's articulation, because that's one of the things I do. So in the story, I'll pre-read it, obviously, and I'll pull out what sounds I can work on best in the story. And I often don't read the book word for word. I change words, I change the story, so I can fit my sounds in. My characters may have names. He might be Frank for one kid, he might be Sue for another kid, or she would be a she in that one. But change names, change words, feel free. And the next activity that I would be doing with these students, this is a 2-week bag, so we will not get them all done in one time. Sometimes I might get 2 tasks, sometimes I might get them done. This is my traveling board, and what I have is dry erase markers and of course window stickies. This is a new one, as you can tell. Well, what we'll do is use our vocabulary to tell stories, and we'll stick our stickers on there. Oops, gotta get them a little bit sticky. And then we're going to use our dry erase markers and add to it by adding little parts to the scenes. Often works laying best, or with these being just a little bit damp or staticky. But it's a new set. By the end of the week, it'll be good. And I also have an activity. This activity I did create another video for. This would be my Ghost Cups activity. And I do not have my done project here with me. But what I have is styrofoam cups, and then I have ghost fuzz and skeleton bones, and I have lots of little black dots and glue. And we're going to put a mouth and eyes on the cups, turn them upside down, and play a game where we can toss in the fuzz balls or skeletons while we practice our speech sounds. And there is another video to describe that project. Feel free to watch it. Also in my bags, I'm a firm believer in a token economy. We work so that we get paid. Well, and we like what we do, if we're lucky. I do. And so our students want some sort of reward, some sort of payment, especially the younger you get. Now, for some students, this might be pretty quick. My young kids might need to get that game really fast, so we'll only get a couple practice opportunities in. My older kids have learned they're going to get the game, so I might say, well, we're going to have to say 5 words for each part. We're going to say 3 words for each part. We're going to do this whole set of 40 cards, and then you get the whole game all at once, depending on who I'm working with, and the cards might be WH question cards, who, where, what. It might be another task, it might be articulation cards, or just any work task that I want my kid to do, and then that's what we do. After you tell me 3 stories about what happened to you this weekend, or whatever we're working on. And my games this week, I have Acrobats. It's a game with little bats that hang from each other. I have Wild Woolly, and we build a cage with lots and lots of pieces, need lots of chances to practice. Lots and lots of sticks go around to build a cage to keep Woolly in. And my other game for the week, I have a couple in here. I have little patterners for ghosts and monsters, then I have pattern sheets, and to get them, there's a cups game we play. We hide them under cups. These cups have action vocabulary on them, so you have to say the sentence for the picture that you see on there. Then you can look under that cup and see if you found one of these characters. And there's different things I do with this. Some kids, these are then used for actual patterning. And other kids I work with, I have a bag of blocks in here. And it's a little more full than it originally was. Lots of blocks in there. And we'll build houses for our animals, or not our animals, I use it for other things too. For our monsters, our ghouls, our ghosts, our skeletons, our bats. Build lots of houses, knock them down, stories about what we're building, stories about what we're making, speech sounds in practice. And yes, if I'm in the mood, you can earn the blocks by practicing speech sounds. But we also are working on that carryover. Like I said, we don't want that therapy room door, so it can't always be cards. It can't always be direct practice. I also have a bag of eyeballs I picked up at the dollar store. They're just little eyeball balls. Here we go. And I have a pop-up basketball hoop. And practice to get your eyeballs, play basketball. Simple. Found this at a yard sale. Yard sales are my best friend when it comes to this. Pretty much everything in my bag is not new with the exceptions of the craft parts. It came from a yard sale, 50 cents, $1. You don't have to go broke getting your game supplies. I also have Halloween bingo. This is for more of my vocabulary kids. I have a magnetic wand and magnetic chips here. And a little bit of work on vocabulary, articulation, because Halloween vocabulary is an important thing. It's Halloween bingo, so pull it out only when appropriate. And the last thing I have in my bag for the week is my skeleton game. Once again, a cheap purchase, and you get to make your very own skeleton and hang him, so you can earn each part, talk about parts of the body, talk about location words, whatever works. And they can practice their skills to get the parts to the skeleton. It's a variety of games, all in one bag. Not likely to get through all of them with everybody, but it's a 2-week theme, so it gives me a lot of things to pull from as needed and based on the interest of the child. And once again, what's in there isn't as important. It could be any game, it could be any activity. It's the time you're spending, it's the goals you're working on, it's the making sure that you're getting your kid to practice, and then working on that carryover, the spontaneousness, the placing it into the home, placing it into the classroom. That is key, and that is something that we all work on. Well, that kind of covers my bags for the next 2 weeks. I'll try to make another video to let you know what's in the next one. Any questions, feel free to post them. Thanks. Bye.